Hi guys. Honestly, I feel like it's been quite a while and I really miss being on here. So I hope everyone is doing amazing. If you're not, I hope this is a good reminder that everything is gonna be okay and that you're stronger than whatever is going on. I have almost zero idea on what content to keep posting on here, but honestly, I'm just happy to figure it out and to keep creating on this platform. Thank you guys always for engaging on my videos and all your kind words of the past few months. I really appreciate them. Now let's get into the video. So obviously this video is overdue. I feel like a lot of people have been asking me. So today I am just going to be listing the things I wish I knew before university, things I've learned as well at university. Now let's get into the video. So I think the way I'm going to do this video is I am going to point it out in different categories. So the first category would be like obviously academics. That's the reason why I'm going to uni in the first place. Then personal growth, then finance, then relationships or your social life, and then freshers week, because yeah, that's a all different concept of university freshers week. So that's what we're going to do. I might obviously not be able to say everything in this video because I don't want it to be a longest video for my first video back in a very long time. But I will do my best to try to answer questions in the comment section. And if you have any questions, just DM me or Instagram or put it in the comment section. I feel like that's way easier. And hopefully I'll see your answer. Oh, jeez, no. And hopefully I'll see your question in the comment section way before your DMs because I'm barely on Instagram anyways. I'm just gonna drop this here. Okay, first, academics. That is the reason why you're going to uni in the first place. And I know I've said that before in this video, but I feel like a lot of people just misplace their priority when they get to uni because it's just hard. There are different aspects of your life that you need to focus on. Social life, being yourself, different things like that. But a lot of people, like myself, I forgot about my academics. Number one would be about your course. Assess your course. In first semester, I would not advise you to go so seriously about it. You should be serious about your course, obviously. But I just feel like first semester, use it to assess what is your course about. What is the presentation of teaching going to be like? Is it more seminar? Is it more lecture? Is it more workshop? Is it more presentation? Things like that. And depending on what you're interested in, you can use that to see if you're going to move forward with your course, because it's easier to do the assessment way earlier in your course than having to do when you get to second year and having to change your course. So I just feel like that's really important. Assess your course first, and if you don't like it, you're not forced to stay on your course. You can change your courses. A lot of people did change their courses, and I don't see that as a bad thing. I would change my course if I didn't like it. But I really liked my course because I had time to access it in the first semester. And second semester, I did way better than I did first semester because I knew how the things was going. I knew how the course was being delivered. I was able to make friends with people in my course. I was able to talk more with my lecturers because I feel like that really helps, which is what I'm going to say in the second one. Make friends with people in your course. You're going to get to a point where you're going to have to do group projects, and it might be harder if you don't talk to anybody in class. I'm not saying that you have to be best friends with people in your course, but just be able to like or find this one person that you really like and sit with them every lecture and seminar. That way you're already building a bond between each of us, and when it gets to doing projects or presentations, you naturally drift towards that person. Is that clear? Talk with your lecturers. Every time that you do like an assessment or an essay or an exam, I feel like you need feedback. They give you feedback, obviously, when you do essays, but you need thorough feedback, and they won't give you that if you don't ask for it. The lecturers and everyone are there to help you. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, literally, because everyone is in the same shoes as you when you're in first year, so you don't know what you're doing. Sometimes the teachers are new as well, so they don't know what they're doing in some sense. So when you ask for thorough feedback, you know the things to work on. If your essay, if it's that you're not good at punctuation, they're going to tell you, oh, I'm going to refer you to the English club and you can learn more about grammar and punctuation, especially if you're an international student. And the way that we do the referencing and everything, it was hard for me the first time because I never had to do referencing in A-level. So referencing was hard for me, and when my teachers knew that, and I got feedback that I needed to work on my referencing, then I was able to actually learn how to reference properly, which has helped me. Another of my tip is that you should actually put in the work. If you don't put in the work, you won't see results. I used to think, because when I was in high school, college, I didn't really used to study at home like that. My courses were not really things that I needed to study about. It's just things that I needed to learn from my day-to-day activities of seeing things and observing things. But at uni, you actually have to learn, you have to read, you have to do your readings, you have to go to lectures, you have to do everything. So you need to put in the work for these things. If you put in the work, the result that you'll be getting is way different from when you don't put in the work. That's an experiment. I didn't really do it on purpose, make this experiment on purpose, but first semester I was laid back. I was just like, obviously I was attending the lectures, but my notes were not as thorough as it was in second semester. And honestly, I was just chilling in it. Mommy, sorry, but I was chilling. And even though I did put in work, it wasn't as much work as I did in second semester, and I was able to weigh the result that I got at the end of the day. And when I put in the work, I saw that, girl is on fire. Another thing I'd like to say is, the way people say first year doesn't really count. True, it doesn't count. Like, it's 0%. Literally, it doesn't count. But I feel like at this stage, that's where you have a lot of room for trial and error, fail and error, whatever you call it, because you need to set up habits from first year of going to lecture, going to seminar, having group projects and talking to people, because you can't, it's not like you're skipping first year and then going to second year where it actually counts. But first year, I feel like they give you room for mistakes, for you to learn, for you to know about these things. Because second year it just picks up. You don't even have time to learn. And that's what I really advise you to do. Like, don't be so laid back in first year. Like, take it easy. Obviously, don't kill yourself because of uni. But do actually be serious. Be serious. And you see the work. Even though first year doesn't count, you still need it to go into second year. And if you fail, you have to redo first year. That's the hard truth, but it is true. I think the final thing that I have to say in the academic category is set goals for yourself and reward yourself when you achieve these things. Uni is not easy. Let me not lie to you. And I don't know why I'm putting this in the academic section, but if to say you're like, oh, I'm going to do one reading today, 2 pages, and at the end of the day, I'm going to cook a nice meal for myself, that's perfect, because you would want to eat. You would not want to not eat. So you'd basically do your readings. You just literally have to take it your pace at your time. Don't let anybody rush you. Don't let anybody pressure you. Set goals, reach them, reward yourself. And I can't lie, 100% of the time, 100%. Why am I so confident? Let me say 90. Sorry, I'm just going to put it back to 90 because people might beg to disagree. But 90% of the time, there is a high chance of success if you do these things. And these are the things I wish I knew about my academics before I actually came to uni. So my second category is personal growth. Personal growth. Even though you're going to uni for school or your academics, you're still a person, and it's 3 years that you're going to be at this uni. It's not like, I'm just going to uni, I'll resume my life after uni. Your life is when you're going to uni. You're not going to be a different person. And I feel like this is really important. And when I watch videos about like things I wish I knew before university, people don't really talk about these things. And that's why I decided to talk about it. So, number 1, rest before uni. I shouted. It's important for you to rest before you go to uni. Months or weeks leading up to moving to university, we're so excited. You're very oh my god, and then it can get overwhelming. And if you don't find a space or a way for you to like be calm or be at peace, it's gonna catch up with you when you're at uni. That's the sad truth. Like when you get to uni, immediately you get to uni, everything just speeds up and there's barely time for you to actually like proper rest. And that's why you have to rest before you go to uni. I know a lot of people work during summer. I did work the whole summer. I think that's why I was way tired and burnt out. Hence why y'all didn't see me on YouTube for a long time. But if you rest at on your bed that you've been so used to, that rest is complete. And then you come to uni and you feel at rest. You don't feel burnt out. You don't feel restless. You don't feel overwhelmed. The overwhelming part at uni can be like from homesickness, but it's not going to be from you being way tired or having worked yourself the whole summer. So please rest, okay? Rest is good. Rest is good for you. Next one, your mindset needs to change. Please, can someone tell Finn of a year ago that our mindset needs to change? Your mindset needs to grow. You need to grow into a growth mindset. You need to grow into a positive mindset. You need to grow into an abundance mindset while at uni. And I feel like this applies to a lot of things. Applies to your academic, applies to your finance, applies to your relationship, applies to your social life, applies to your I said finance. Yeah, I like money. So you just have to be in a good mindset. I don't know how to go deep into this because I don't really know how to explain it. But in your academics, you need to have this mindset that you're going to do very good. You're going to be, if you want to be a top student or if you want to be one of the best students, yes, you need to affirm that to yourself. You need to say that to yourself. Relationship wise, oh my god, I'm going to find the perfect boyfriend. Even though there's not a perfect boyfriend, but in that moment, you're trying to say that you're going to find somebody that matches you, as well as your friends or your friendships, as well as your finance. Like, I'm not going to, if I spend £5 today, I'm going to be broke. No, you're not going to be broke. The money's going to come back to you. So if you want me to touch more on that, please let me know, because I am not a wellness, mindfulness, wellness person like that. Yeah. I am ranting a lot, guys. I don't know why I'm doing that. I just feel like I'm trying to be myself, Another tip under the personal growth category section: be open-minded. Learn to say yes to some things, but also have moderation in it, because you don't want to be saying yes to everything. You have to keep it in moderation, but you have to be open-minded, because if you're not open-minded about things, how are you going to know that food is sweet? How are you going to know that those people are actually like good people if you don't try new things? Or I love this, or I love this. You have to be open-minded, and it starts from mindset that I said earlier. So good mindset, be open-minded, but in moderation. The next thing I would like to say is set routines. Morning routine, night routine, that girl routine. We've been seeing it everywhere. Have a routine. In the morning, what do you want to do? In the evening, what are you going to do? And in between those time, what are you going to fit in there that actually goes along with what your schedule is, both academics or social or just rest? To be honest, like self-care, that's really important as well. What are you going to do? How is it going to be? How are you going to manage your time? Because that's really important. I feel like when you have this system in place, it makes it easier for the things that you're going to do during the day. It makes it easier for you to manage your time and actually like have things going for you. But plan things. Be organized. It helps you. It's easier for you. Look at me talking like I'm actually begging you. Because I'm just saying that this is what has helped me, and I wish I knew earlier that I should be planning my things, planning what I'm meant to be doing, planning my routine, planning my system. And I hope you plan too. The next category is finance, and this is really important because as a student, you can't work that much, so there's kind of a limit. I don't want to say that as a limiting like mindset, but there's a limit to how much money you can make and what kind of jobs that you can do, apart from when you go like extra, that kind of thing. You go extra and you can make more money, obviously, but you have to think that as a student you're going to have the birds, but as a student you're going to have a limit to how much money you can make. Number one, you have to budget. Budgeting is really key. Like, you need to know that how much of money that you're going to be spending in a month, where you're going to be spending this money on, if you have bills or like your rent. And a lot of people get maintenance loans like that. I did not get that. So like, budgeting was really key for me, as well as international students. Like, yeah, you got a plan and you got a budget, because it makes things really easy for you in a month, especially when you're focusing on other things. You don't want to have to be so worried about money or be stressed about money. And I feel like when you plan way earlier in the month, just gives so many things for you. I don't know if a lot of people might ask question about how I budget and stuff. Like, I'm not going to say in this video, because I feel like this video is just about like things I wish I knew. So I'm just telling you that budgeting is good. But if you have questions about it, or like things that you want me to say about budgeting, like, I'm not the best person at it, but I feel like I've gotten better at budgeting in the past few months. Number 2 on the finance category is learn simple recipes. Learn food recipes. If you don't know how to cook, it's gonna be hard for you to save money, because you're gonna want to be ordering Uber Eats or Just Eat and takeout and Chinese food. But if you do know how to cook, I feel like that's gonna make you stay away from takeout. There's gonna be a limit on how many takeout you can do, because you might just get bored of like ordering out, and you'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna cook something today. So before you come to uni, like in those few weeks, on this few month, if you're a guy, ask your parent, ask your mom to teach you. And if you're a girl, ask your mom to teach you. Honestly, ask your parents to teach you, or look on YouTube and search for recipes that you want to try. In the last week for me coming to uni, I learned how to make mac and cheese, because I had never made mac and cheese before, and my boss at that time taught me and her son how to make mac and cheese, because that's one of the foods you survive off uni. It's easy. You can make it in one pot, or you can go extra and make it as elegant or fancy as you want it. Learn recipes, learn how to cook. Part-time jobs. I feel like it's really important to get one part-time job if you have time for it. Obviously, if you're really busy, or if your course doesn't really give you so much space to take a part-time job, then I'm not sure you should really take it. Also, something about part-time jobs is, even though they're really good for you to earn side money while you're studying, I feel like a lot of people go desperate for it and do jobs that are not even good for their mental health, or has a dent in the way their mental health is. And I feel like that's not worth it. Like, if your part-time job is making you feel like you don't want to go to work and you just hate that place, get something else. And there's something that really helps. Like, there's an agent there. Hopefully, fingers crossed, your city has like agencies or recruitment agencies where you can actually like work for them. Is 0 hours contract, and you can just like accept shifts from them. If you want to work on Thursday, for example, because you have no lecture, you can work. And if you want to work on Friday because you have 4 hours time, then do that. But a lot of people do like stable jobs like 5 times a week. Like, you're gonna get burnt out, you're gonna get tired, and it will be really hard to manage your time with those things. So I think that's all for the finance category. Then we go to social life, which is literally, I think, almost everybody's favorite at uni, because if you're not in uni to study, you're there to make friends, go out, have fun, explore, live your life. And I just feel like to have a social life, you need to be yourself. Number one, be yourself, be authentic, and you attract the right people, attract the right friendship. And I feel like that only makes it easier, because if you're not trying to portray yourself or embody a certain type of character, then it's easier for people to actually fall in love with your personality and actually make friends that you will really like. Maybe not forever friends, but you will make friends at uni. There's so many people at uni that you won't even make one friend. Yeah. So if you're really scared about making friends at uni, this is me telling you, as somebody who doesn't have one friend, you'll make one friend. Also, I feel like social life really links into Freshers Week, which is such a huge concept of going to university. I see so many videos on YouTube talking about Freshers Week and how they go out every night. Baby, reduce your expectations. Maybe not reduce your expectations, but I don't think you should go to uni week having any expectations for Freshers Week. But have less expectations for Freshers Week. Why? Because it might not actually live to the expectations of what you see on social media, and you might actually beat yourself for it because, oh, like my university life or my Freshers Week did not go that way. When in truth, or even in truth, I'm telling you the truth now, Freshers Week is not going to be the best week of your life. You know, that's how a lot of people portray that Freshers Week is going to be the best of your life. Best of your life. It's not going to be the best of your life. It's literally 1 week. How 1 week be the best of your life? I mean, you might make really, really good memories and meet really, really good people in Freshers Week, but it's not the best week of your life. I don't want to bust your bubble, but maybe first year it's not even going to be your best year of your life, because just getting used to everything, meeting new people. Second year might actually be better, but that's obviously from my personal experience. Also, in Freshers Week, you at Freshers Fair, which your university kind of like just puts together and bring out all the societies that you can join at university. So join societies. Oh my god, I can't say this enough. And if you don't have any society that you want to join, but you're interested in doing something, start your society. I started my society. I started a fashion society because I didn't really find any society that really gave me what I really was looking for. I joined other societies, but I don't really think I really went to like their stuff like that. Maybe drama and some other ones. But if you don't find anything, you never know. The person next to you might also like really like fashion, for example, because that's what I started. Or somebody that you talk to be like, oh my god, yes, can we do that? And I feel like that's a really great way of meeting similar minded people and people that actually think the same way that you do in terms of a particular interest. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so join societies in Freshers Week. Also, during Freshers Week, there is no pressure to go out. The only person that should pressure you is you. Don't let any other person, external pressure you. Because if you are really feeling tired from moving in and being in a new environment, in a new city, don't think, yeah, tonight I'm going out and I'm going to drink and I'm going to get drunk. No. You can decide to stay at home, Netflix and self-chill. Okay, you thinking I was going to say Netflix and chill. Just Netflix and chill with yourself. I'm not against takeout, but you can do a little takeout for yourself just to make you feel like you're not missing. And for me, I stayed in a studio apartment, so nobody was really going to be knocking on my door and say, hey, you're going out today, because I don't think I went out in Freshers Week apart from an event which was put together by ACS for my university. So I think that was the only event where I actually went and I met all the people that I've been talking to online, and that really just made my whole Freshers Week, to be honest. So I didn't have to go out every single day, and I feel like that takes the pressure off for me because I was living alone. But if you're living in the halls or thing, I think is highly likely that you'll go out, because you might just meet all those new people and everything is so exciting for you. You just want to go out. No pressure, my dear. Go out, have fun, dance your tongue. Not tongue, thang. That's your thing. And do everything. There's no pressure. No pressure for you to smoke, or pressure for you to drink. If you're not that type of person, it's fine. I'm not that type of person I'm not really a drinker. I'm not really a drinker. I drink sometimes. I'm drinking wine now, so that would have been a lie. But if you're not really somebody like that, then there's no pressure. You meet the people that are like you as well. Because imagine now you're not actually like a drinker or a partier. It's a partier. I'm going to use that. I hope you guys understand. And you go to the club, you're going to meet people that are partier and drinker and everything. Whereas you could have just done a low-key stuff and met people who were the same things as you. That's what I was saying. Be yourself and you attract the right people. Also, before uni, I think it's good, or I advise you to join group chats of like your university. That's how I met all my friends that I'm still friends with till today. Like, we were texting way before university and just like talking about how exciting everything is and how happy everyone is to go to uni. And those are the people that I actually met at uni and I'm still really good friends with. I feel like if you do all these things, all this equation, join society, be yourself, be authentic, join group chats, go out, be open-minded, you have a good social life that doesn't force you to anything, and social life that you can actually care for yourself and rest. This might be my favorite part, which is really now, but talking about boys, I'm not the one to really tell people what I wish I knew about boys, because I didn't have anything to do with boys. Be careful. At uni, there are different type of relationship and different type of boys. So if you're somebody that really goes for something casual, baby, do your thing. Go for someone who also wants casual. If you're somebody that wants like a long-term relationship or something to last, then don't go for somebody who's going to dump your ass after 2 weeks. That's why you got to be careful. You need to observe. You need to notice people and just really be careful, honestly. That's what is on my number one, because you don't want to be taken advantage of at all, because that's not what pretty girls do. Pretty girls are not taken advantage of. Pretty smart girls, they're not taken advantage of. And anybody that does, tell me, and I'm going to cue them for you. Number 2, know your worth. Honestly, just know your worth. I feel like when you know your worth and know that, nobody can do that to you, then you're giving yourself space to grow, space to love yourself without doing that. For me, I feel like I had the phase of where I was designed to be in a relationship and to cuddle somebody. Weird. Guys, I don't know what to say about relationships. I think that's why I'm just ranting. Journaling is really good. Journal what do you think you want in a relationship, because at university it's very, very possible for you to find a husband there. We've heard of people that I've not seen none of my friends there, because all of us are single as hell, but we've heard about things like that and it works. So be careful, know your worth, don't be taken advantage of, observe, do your thing, period. Well, I think that's all the categories I have. I don't want this video to go long. I've been saying this for so long, and I feel like this is already so long. I'll see when I am editing. But general tips for university: don't run away, stay baby. But my general advice would be, number 1, uni is hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie, uni is quite hard. Like, there are times where you feel really low and very sad or very depressed, but just think about it as a phase, because you're gonna get through it. You're not gonna be sad every single day of uni. That's the truth. And if you got anxiety and anything like that, the university has a lot of counseling services that can help. Talk to somebody about it. Don't be all bottled up in your emotions or lying on the bed and not wanting to do anything, because that happened to me. And just finding people to talk to. Maybe you might not even have friends to talk to, but you go to guidance and advice counselors that they've been employed to talk to you and to hear about what you gotta say. Do you know what I mean? So take advantage of that. Also, I feel like if you're a faith-based person, either Muslim or Christian, whatever it is, your spirituality, I feel like it's very important to stay connected to that. Like, there will be time where you're not doing it every single day or you're not being consistent, but I feel like that's also fine. That's part of human. That's part of growing. That's part of learning. And making mistakes is really important as a human being. Stay strong to your faith. Hold your faith. Be connected. And I feel like that way it takes kind of like burden away from you, because you just know that, God is my father. He ain't going to leave me to suffer. It's not going to leave me to suffer. Things like that. My last advice would be, take everything at your pace. Don't rush because that person is rushing. Don't be slow because that person too slow. Take it at your pace and whatever you feel is right for you. Everything, academic, social life, being yourself, sickness, everything. Just take it at your pace. Hopefully, I've touched a lot of things in this video that I wish I knew, or the things that I've learned now and my advice. But if you think that I haven't, please let me know anything that you want to know or anything that you want to hear from me, or ask me questions and I'll be very happy to answer, because at least somebody's asking question. Well, follow my Instagram. It should be on the screen the whole time, because I have a new Instagram. I deleted my old Instagram. I hope that you have a good day, and if you're going to uni, good luck, you smash it. See you in the next video, hopefully very soon, and thank you guys for all your kind words, even when I've not been on YouTube for a long time. See you soon. Bye.